I would like to call the November meeting of the Board of Education to order. First item, the invocation. Ms. Ethery.
Go gently into the night. He will feed his flock like a shepherd. He will gather the lambs in his arm. He will carry them in his bosom and will gently lead those that have their young. Isaiah 40:11. Gentleness is a soothing, comforting word. It evokes thoughts of peace and rest. We long for a sense of this peace in our homes. We desire an uninterrupted time of relaxation before we retire. Bedtime beverages and conversations that are soothing and edifying, a night free of terrors and dreams that are beautiful. We desire to be treated gently. Gentleness marks an environment we find comforting, uplifting, and calming. What keeps our faith cheerful is the extreme persistence of gentleness and humor. Gentleness is everywhere in daily life, a sign that faith rules through ordinary things, through cooking, small talk, through storytelling, fishing, tending to animals, and sweet corn and flowers, through sports, music, and books, and raising our children. All the places where the gravy soaks in and grace shines through. Even in a time of vanity and greed, one never has to look far to see the campfires of gentle people. Lacking any other purpose in life, it would be good enough to live for their sake. While gentleness is a quality of environment we desire, we must recognize that gentleness begins within the heart. Gentleness is described in the scriptures as one of the fruits of the Spirit. Choose to deal with your family members and friends with gentleness this evening, with kindness, simplicity, and tenderness. In planting seeds of gentleness, you will reap a gentle evening in which to relax and find rest for your body, mind, and your soul. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, Principal Whitney Bisbing from Moyock Elementary School will introduce who is going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Good evening, Dr. Dowdney and members of the board. I'd like to introduce you to Nia Jewel Mentor. She's going to lead us in the pledge.
Would you all please rise?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Our school spotlight this month is on Moyock Elementary, and I will call Principal Whitney Bisbing back up.
Well, good evening again. We're really proud to be here with you guys tonight. I've brought Miss Rose and Miss Hughes and some lovely young ladies in the 5th grade. They're here to tell you about some cool technology and a nice community service project that we've got going on. So I'm going to let them tell you all the good details.
We're going to start by showing you the PSA, which has been uploaded to YouTube, so it's a little bit tricky. We're going to watch it.
Remember? Yes, and I am so excited. We are being collected. Hard candy, puzzles, or coloring books, lip balm, hats, fuzzy socks, gloves, or scarves, and sanitizer or lotion.
During the month of November.
Care-vember.
To take to chemotherapy patients.
Bring your contribution to Mrs. Hughes' Care Corner, room 15.
And choose a pink or purple heart to go on the bulletin board.
Thanks for caring and helping. Happy Care-vember!
So what we did to make our PSA were to highlight Care-vember, which Ms. Hughes' class is doing this month, but we wanted to use some different technology. And so we used green screen, and we have green screen in a box so that teachers can take it to their classrooms and use it. And the whole class worked together. We had writers, and we had illustrators who made the puppets, and then we had production team too, so everybody got to play. And we want to show how it happens. There's an app, an iPad app, and we use green screen. And we have a green screen studio in school also, but this is a lot more portable, and teachers can use it in their classrooms as well. So But the main thing is talking about Carevember. So, you want to share that, Ms. Hughes?
Did you girls want to speak to Carevember? Did you want me to talk about it? You want to tell them what Carevember is, Erin?
Yes. Carevember is a month where we collect different items that would help people with cancer, like lip balm, lotion, and other things like that. And we collect it in a care pack, a little bag, and then we will give it to the oncology center at Virginia.
At the end of the month. So we're collecting all month. They made 4 different PSAs, one to start it off, one we'll play. We play them on the news in the morning on our local news at school. And so we have 2 to go during and 1 as a thank you at the end. So they worked very hard. So there you go. Thank you. And feel free to donate.
I did bring some brochures on it. The last few years, I guess this is our 3rd year, my 5th grade class has participated in an community outreach project. And this year they did vote to help an oncology center. So we're just collecting 5 different items and putting together care packs, and we'll deliver them in early December. So should I give these to you?
And before they sit down, would each one introduce themselves and speak loudly so everybody can hear?
I'm Leah Mentor from Moyock Elementary in Miss Hughes' class, and we're doing Carevember.
It's Happy Carevember. So your turn.
I'm Erin Kelly. I'm in Miss Hughes' class, and we're doing Carevember. I don't know what to say. I can copy.
All right, great.
I'm Grace Walls. I'm in Miss Hughes' class, and I'm excited for Carevember.
Yeah, she wrote the PSAs, or helped write the PSAs, and Nia was on the production team, and Erin and Abby were illustrators for the puppets.
And you are?
I am Abby Turner. I am in Miss Hughes' class, and I can't wait to help people with Carevember.
You girls did a very good job. Hey, Miss Rose, that green screen, is that a pizza box?
It's a clean pizza box.
Hold it up and show it so the people in the audience can see your green screen, your portable green screen.
And then you just paint sticks or chopsticks. You can borrow those too. And you just paint them all the same color. And then there's an app, an iPad app. You can upload the picture. They chose the backgrounds, and of course they made the puppets and everything too. We also made PSAs for Red Ribbon Week, so it's been fun.
Great, thank you. I know the girls have school tomorrow, so if they would like to leave, they can leave at this time.
All right. We do too.
You can leave also.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next, approval of the agenda. Before I ask for approval, I would like to add one item under globally competitive students, and that will be item 1B, graduation information that Mr. Stefanik, the superintendent, will present. With that addition, do I have a motion for approval?
So moved. Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Next item, November 3rd, 2016, work session review. At 4 o'clock today, we did have a work session. During the work session, we reviewed school improvement plans from Moyock Elementary, W.T. Griggs Elementary, Currituck County Middle School, and Moyock Middle School. We also received the second reading of revised technology policies, one technology responsible use and the other staff-student relations. The next item was the revisions to the 2016-17 Currituck County Schools calendar. And that was presented by Superintendent Stefanik. And we also received information about a merit-based bonus plan that the state came up with, and we had to come up with a plan on how to distribute that money. Before I adjourned the work session, I gave the student board members a charge, and that was to go back to their home schools, talk to the students in their schools, and come up with plans, since we were talking about school improvement, on what else we could do to help improve our schools. And not only, academically, but school condition-wise. So they're going to come back and report in January what they found, or what their recommendations are.
very extensive reports that'll be graded by the board once they're finished. Okay, very good.
Okay, first item on the agenda, recognition of 2016-17 Currituck County Schools Exceptional Children Teacher of Excellence. Doug Toll, Director of Special Education and Services.
Dr. Donnelly, board members, student board members. Mr. Stefanik, Ms. Jones, and Ms. Kinzel, thank you for the opportunity. I'd like to invite up Ms. Dee Simmons. She's our pre-K coordinator. And I would also like to invite up Ms. Rebecca Palumbo. Come on up. And her plus one. That's right. Nice. Thank you for the opportunity to present to you the Teacher of Excellence for the Exceptional Children's Department, who is absolutely deserving of our recognition tonight. The North Carolina Department of Public Instruction and the Exceptional Children's Division would let you know that exceptional children's teachers are one of the hardest areas to staff in the state of North Carolina. We are fortunate to have Ms. Palumbo and the staff that we do have currently. The North Carolina Teacher of Excellence program recognizes exceptional children's teachers who demonstrate the ability to meet the needs of students with disabilities, ages 3 through 22, at a high level with innovative instructional practices, behavioral strategies, and a whole lot of love. Ms. Palumbo has been there for 7 years. This is her 7th year. Is a graduate of James Madison University, has her master's in art of teaching, was the teacher of the year in 2013-14, and has been the exceptional children's chair for the past 2 years and going on her 3rd year. The exceptional children's chair doesn't come with any bonuses and a whole lot of extra paperwork. So with that, we offer you our gratitude just for that. Each year we honor one teacher, and this year we changed the way we recognize that. She was nominated from her peers, so to me that honor is even more so that she was recognized from the peers of exceptional children's teachers. I asked Ms. Simmons to come up. She works with Ms. Palumbo on a daily basis, so I asked Ms. Simmons to come up and just say a few words as well.
Rebecca is a kind spirit. She works really, really hard. Children are all the same. She takes whatever comes through the door, of course. They are a group of very high needs children, but she's always got that smile on her face. It's always very calm in her room. Big proponent of family involvement. So there is lots of relationship building. They do home visits. Anything that she can think of, to help families, she does that. The one thing that stands out to me is how organized she is always, how calm the kids are, which blows my mind when you're 3 and you're going into a big place for the first time. But she definitely deserves this award. She's worked really hard for it.
And I'd like to say and add on that, in addition to what she does in the school, she is a leader throughout the county as well. We have monthly exceptional children's meetings. She has presented at those as well. She's respected by her colleagues as well. It was an easy choice for this year. So with that being said, we'd like to present Ms. Palumbo with her recognition. Congratulations.
It all starts right there. Mr. Scott, can you come over?
Not for a picture, I was just going to say.
You can. Very good. Very good. Thank you.
Ms. Palumbo, thank you very much for everything you do for the children of Currituck County Schools.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to tell you what the next 3 items are because the board's going to come up front, and we'll take these in sections. First, we're going to present the 2016-17 Teacher Assistants of the Year, and then the 2016-17 Teachers of the Year. and the 2016-17 Principal of the Year. So if the board would like to come down front.
And as the board's making their way up front, just want to recognize the process and the people who are working behind the scenes to go through the process to select and recognize our best and brightest in our teacher assistants and teachers and principals of the year. For the last several years, this program has come out of our Human Resources Office, and that is headed by Ann Mackin, who's our director, and her assistant, very able assistant, Miss Melissa Futrell. So recognizing them for the hard work that they put in behind the scenes to help make all this happen. And that starts way back in the springtime. So it's taken us a long time to get here, but I know that we're happy to recognize them. So we'll start with our Teacher Assistants of the Year. And I'll read through the names. If you'll come forward, we have plaques for everyone to recognize your achievement. And for our district, teacher or teacher assistant of the year, you'll have a plaque as well as a monetary gift to be able to go out and bonus spend as you will. So we'll start with our teacher assistants of the year, and that would be, we'll start with Currituck County High School, Miss Peggy Wood. I'm going to take one too. Congratulations. From the J.P. Knapp Early College, Miss Annette Samborski. From Moyock Middle School, Mr. Roy Sutton. He couldn't be here with us tonight, but Currituck County Middle School's teacher assistant, Ken, and is with us, Miss Marianne Hendricks. Not with us this evening, but from Jarvisburg Elementary School, Ms. Lori Grotman. From Griggs Elementary School, and also representing Currituck County Schools as the Teacher Assistant of the Year, Ms. Amy Baker. Amy works 3 schools, just saying. 3 schools. And has a fabulous contribution to the art program, so there's no doubt she earned that recognition at the district level. From Central Elementary School, Miss Christina Greshek, who's not here this evening. From Scarborough, Miss Amber Wilkerson. From Moyock Elementary School, Miss Leslie Short, who's not here. And from Knott's Island, who could not be here as well, Miss Robin Peterson. So let's give all of these fun. We'll just get a picture now. You're catching on. This is good. We'll move it right along. I know, we can do it. Very good. So tighten up. Sydney, kind of, there you go. Position behind Jenna. There you go. Perfect. So you're tall. See? There you go. We gotcha. Get everybody in. Okay? I'm going to go with 3, 2, 3. Thank you. Very nice. Congratulations. Thank you. Next, we'll recognize our Teachers of the Year. Again, from Currituck County High School, Ms. Deb Butler. There she is. From J.P. Knapp Early College High School, Ms. Crystal Schultz. There she is. Representing Moyock Middle School and our district as the district's Teacher of the Year, Mrs. Christine Hodges. From Currituck County Middle School, Mr. Patrick Copenhagen. Not with us this evening, but representing Jarvisburg Elementary School, Big Carly Osmond. From Griggs Elementary School, Miss Sandy Fost. Congratulations. Representing Central Elementary School, Miss Catherine Woodward. From Scarborough Elementary School, Miss Helen Taylor. Not with us this evening, but representing Moyock Elementary School, Miss Annie Riddick. And finally, last but certainly not least, representing Knott's Island Elementary School, Mr. Jim Wright. You want to make your way back up? We'll get this group in.
You got to prove you work out.
Exactly. All right. Wow, this is really something. I've got some taller people than Mr. Stefanik in this one. I'd have to rework the angle. There we go. Everybody smiling? Okay. Bless you. One more. Thank you. Congratulations, everyone. While the nominations and the selection process... Not yet. Yes. Sorry. I thought I was missing something. While the nomination selection process for the 16-17 teachers and teachers assistants of the year took place in the spring, we most recently selected our principal of the year for Currituck County Schools. And again, they have to meet certain eligibility requirements, and then they are selected based on our executive team of directors, and so we are very pleased to announce and recognize this evening Dr. Matt Lutz as our Principal of the Year for Currituck. He was so good we moved him. So he was at Scarborough last year, and we moved him to our Currituck County Middle School. So he still has lots of opportunities to show us how good you really are. Will you move to the middle, please? There you go. Tighten up, girls. Following directions during picture taking is part of the criteria, so you're doing well. Okay. We getting you? Ready? And? Very good. Thank you so much.
As another bonus, the teachers, teacher assistants of the year, and principal of the year, you're welcome to leave if you'd like.
The extra bonus.
Okay, next item on the agenda, student board member reports. We'll start with Sydney.
All right. Good evening, everybody. I'm going to be covering Central, Currituck High, and Currituck Middle. So from Central, October was a busy month at Central. A big shout out and a thank you to our HSA organization for hosting a Chick-fil-A fundraiser night during their fall meeting and a bingo night on October 20th. Then on October 27th, Central teachers also hosted our first Title I night of the year. We had a great turnout and parents walked away with a lot of valuable information on different programs happening at Central. With all that said, November is turning out to be a very busy month at Central, too. This week on Friday the 4th, we will have our makeup fall pictures and report cards will be sent home. Next week, we have the first 9-week awards assemblies on Monday, the 7th, parent-teacher conferences on Tuesday, the 8th, and Rachel's Challenge Assembly will be on Wednesday, the 9th. Our Veterans Day Luncheon will be on Thursday, the 10th. And next week, on November 10th, we will also have veteran memorials set up in our lobby through the entire month of November, and our military walls of honor will be on display. From Currituck High School, October was a great month for the Knights. On October 14th, we had our homecoming dance. On the 24th, colleges all over the state traveled to our school and spoke with our students. And our volleyball team is in the Final Four, I believe the first time in about 20 years or so. So that's great. Our marching Knights placed second in class at Havelock in their biggest and last competition of the season. We look forward to another great season. And our SAT will be administered this upcoming Saturday, the 5th at 7 a.m. And finally, the week of the 14th through 18th marks the College Foundation of North Carolina's Free College Application Week. Our seniors are planning ahead. From Currituck County Middle, we are back on track after weathering the storms. Thanks goes out to our district maintenance crew who worked quickly to dry us out. Makeup pictures will take place on the 7th. Parent conferences by invitation will take place on November 8th from 11 to 6:30. Our football team takes on River Road for the area championship on November 9th. Spirit Week and our annual book fair will take place November 7th through 15th, and the fall sports season begins on November 14th. And with that, to Jenna.
Good evening. I will be speaking upon Moyock Elementary and Moyock Middle. From Moyock Elementary, November is a busy and thankful month at Moyock Elementary. We have had lots of wonderful support from our friends at the Moyock Methodist Church and the Coast Guard. We are finishing up a food drive in celebration of Red Ribbon Week, which focused on kindness and good choices. Some of our 5th graders are doing a community service project to help local cancer patients. Picture retakes are Thursday, November 3rd, and of course we fall back on Sunday morning, November 6th. Happy Thanksgiving to all from the Panther family. And from Moyock Middle, the Fall Book Fair is going on in our library starting this week until November 8th. The book fair will be open until 5:30 on November 8th so parents can stop by and shop during conference day. Our first school dance will be Friday, November 4th from 6:30 to 8:30 in the school gym. This event is for MMS students only. Our Fall Sports Awards ceremony will be November 17th at 6:30 in the school gym. Our 9 weeks awards assemblies will be November 18th at 10 o'clock for 7th grade, 11:30 for 6th grade, and 2 o'clock for 8th grade in the gym. Parents are invited to attend. And with that, I turn it over to Jacob.
Good evening, everybody. I'll be covering J.P. Knapp Early College, Griggs Elementary, and Shawboro Elementary. J.P. Knapp students and staff have begun the scheduling process for COA spring classes, and all course requests have already been provided to COA to begin the registration process. The Spartan Art Club will be holding an origami workshop on Friday afternoon in the media centers. And I believe picture retakes is Friday afternoon too. These J.P. Knapp Civic students will be conducting an electronic school-wide mock election on Monday, November 7th, using First Vote NC. November 8th is Election Day. The Spartans want to encourage everyone to vote. CFNC is sponsoring College Application Week from November 14th to November 18th. Free applications can be submitted to colleges and universities in North Carolina. The FBLA will be hosting a paint party on Thursday, November 17th. State SAD conferences will be November 18th to November 20th. The J.P. Knapp staff members will be participating in a peer school review at Buford Early College in Washington, North Carolina on Monday, November 21st. And J.P. Knapp's Halloween blood drive went great. People from all over the community came to donate, and we exceeded our goal of 40 pints. For Griggs Elementary students participated in their first costume parade on October 31st. Students were asked to dress up as their favorite book character. Students also participated in their first PBIS reward, which consisted of a presentation by Kerala Wildlife on sea turtles and Jeopardy. Students had to have at least 80% positive points on their class dojo. PTO is hosting a family movie night tomorrow, November 4th, from 6 to 8. Their family reading night, Camp Griggs, has been rescheduled for Thursday, November 10th from 5 to 7 p.m. due to Hurricane Matthew. The first 9-week awards will be November 17th. Kindergarten through 2nd grade will begin at 8:30, and grades 3 through 5 begin at 9:15. Their holiday feast will be held Tuesday, November 22nd for pre-kindergarten through 2nd grade. And lastly, their PTO is sponsoring a school-wide assembly for their students on November 30th. Shawborough Elementary's first 9 weeks has flown by, and teachers are diligently preparing for conferences on November 8th. Red Ribbon Week was a huge success, and they're still collecting data to determine which grade level had the highest participation. October 27th, the Crawford Fire Department presented fire prevention strategies during specials and gave each student a fire hat. On October 28th, their kindergartners presented Nursery Rhyme Day for parents, costumes and all. November is a busy month as well for the Mustangs. November 3rd, Shawborough will host a PTO meeting, followed by the 4th and 5th grade talent show at 6 p.m. On November 4th, they'll have their annual Veterans Day assembly at 1:30 in the gym to honor all those who've served. They also welcome visitors to join us for that celebration. The week of November 7th, 3rd grade students will take the COG-AT assessment. Good luck to the Mustangs. Their first 9-week awards assembly will be held on Wednesday, November 9th, and Makeup Picture Day will be November 16th. And with that, I'll hand it over to Tyler.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight I'll be covering Jarvisburg Elementary and Knott's Island Elementary. Jarvisburg just finished their Red Ribbon Week with great participation in all events to celebrate. They also held their second fall fun day, and students had a great time participating. Teachers are gearing up for their first parent-teacher conferences on November 8th and their first student recognition assembly on Thursday, November 10th at 1:30. Their first club day of the year will follow the next week. For Knott's Island Elementary, October was a busy month and November is shaping up to be the same. October ended with a successful fall festival to be put on by the KIES PTA. The students and community enjoyed games, food, fellowship, and dancing at the Monster Ball. During November, the students are collecting non-perishable food to benefit the Knott's Island Food Pantry. The Knott's Island Fire Department will be visiting on November 7th. This is a rescheduled date from Hurricane Matthew. They are looking forward to seeing everyone for parent-teacher conferences on the 8th. Their first 9 weeks award assembly is being held on November 10th. The students will be participating in a fairy tale STEM day on November 22nd. And now I'd like to hand it back to the board.
Okay. Thank you, Sydney, Jenna, Jacob, and Tyler. Next item on the agenda is the one we added, 1B, about graduation rates and that. And I'll turn it over to Superintendent Stefanik.
Thank you, Dr. Dobney. In this evening where we had several other recognitions for outstanding work, I thought this was a good meeting to also mention our high school graduation rate. This past week, J.P. Knapp was officially recognized by the State Board of Education for having a graduation rate in excess of 95%. Last year, J.P. Knapp had a graduation rate of 100%, and they were in the highest category of recognition from the State Board of Education. There's another category that says 95 plus, and the state recognizes those folks with certificates. So J.P. Knapp received their certificate and letter of congratulations this week. Their graduation rate is 95.3%. I also want to recognize Currituck High School. Currituck High School has a very high graduation rate as well. Their graduation rate is 90.7%. And when we average the two together, the Currituck County Schools has a combined graduation rate of 91.3%. I went into my counting mode, and of the 116 school districts in the state of North Carolina, the Currituck number at 91.3% is, by my count, tied for 13th highest graduation rate in the whole state. So when our charge is to prepare students for college and careers, we're in a very good spot here in Currituck County with over 90% of our students receiving diplomas and heading off into their futures. So we won't be completely satisfied until those numbers are both at 100%, but being over 90% is something to be very proud of, and I wanted to let the board know about that.
Great. Thank you. Next item, Fire and EMT Career and Technical Education course. And I'll turn it over to Don Monroe, our Career and Technical Education Director.
Thank you, Dr. Dobney, Mr. Stefanik, school board members. I'm very pleased tonight to be here to provide a brief update on our newest CTE Trade and Industrial program at Currituck County High School, the pathway of public safety, EMT, and fire technology. This semester, our first semester, we offer the entry-level course, the prerequisite course, in the sequence of Public Safety 1. We're currently offering 4 sections and have 93 students enrolled. Next semester, spring semester, we'll be introducing the EMT 1 course. We'll be running 2 courses of EMT 1 and 2 public safety courses. Beginning in 2017-18, we'll be kicking off the firefighter course for that sequence. This will round out the dual certification program we're hoping to have for students. The pathway will look something like this. The prerequisite course, Public Safety 1, students will then have the opportunity to move to EMT 1 and 2, or Fire 1 and 2. That student that wants dual certification does have that opportunity to certify in both throughout their career. So we've discovered that with the public safety course this semester, it's opened many students' eyes to what is available to them in pathways and career opportunities in this field. Here to talk in more detail about that is our instructor, Mr. Wayne Turner. Wayne, I lost him for a minute.
I was hiding. Actually, this is new to me. It really kind of came out of the blue. I just retired after 30 years in the fire department. So starting this has really opened my eyes. Fortunately, Mr. Monroe, Ray, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name, and all the other members of the Currituck volunteer fire department, as well as the Currituck EMS system. They've been very helpful to us. It's hard to believe I can talk in front of 25 kids and not miss a beat. Right now, I'm nervous. Thank you. But like I said, right now I'm happy where the program's going. It's got a lot of growth potential. A lot of the students are getting behind it, even the ones that have no desire to do in public safety whatsoever. Thanks to a donation we got of gear, which is going to be mentioned, I'm sure, in a minute. The kids are loving it. Just this week we've been using the donated gear. Well, actually last week we did the homecoming parade. The kids were able to walk around wearing the gear, and the first thing they said to me when we got out of the parade was, "Is there a Christmas parade we can get into?" I'm new to this area, so I don't know if there is. If there is, let us know. I got a bunch of kids that want to walk in it. But the kids are learning about it. A couple of them come up to me and says, "Hey, I want to do a career in the military or something, but I'm having a ball with this gear and everything. Can I do other things with it?" And I brought it up, especially if they went with a career route in the public safety. They can always come home and volunteer. The ones that want to go in the military say, "Hey, you always got days off." So it's having an impact on a few of the kids that kind of caught me off guard. Like I said, it's new to me. But I talk enough. I got a couple of students here, Sarah Miller and Allie Vermillion. I'll just let you talk. You like talking.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Sarah Miller. I am a junior at Currituck County High School. I would first like to thank the school board members for allowing me to speak here today. I am enrolled in the public safety course. This course has opened my eyes to different importance of public safety in our community. For example, like fire safety, also the police and EMS. And I would really like to hope this experience will further advance my career goals in the medical field as a nurse. Last but not least, I would like to thank Mr. Turner for not only sharing his knowledge, but his experience as well.
Hi, my name is Allie Vermillion. I'm a senior and I'm currently enrolled in the public safety class, and I'm also enrolled for the EMS class next semester. I signed up for these classes because I know that I want to be in the medical field. I'm just unsure of what exactly I want to pursue. This class has enlightened me on the many fields available in public safety, which has really sparked my interest. We've already learned a lot about teamwork and communication, and have also had quite a few guest speakers. It's very interesting to learn about different career pathways from people who have experienced them themselves. I think that even if someone doesn't plan to pursue a career in public safety, this class will surely teach them things that will be beneficial in any career. Thank you, Mr. Turner, for sharing your knowledge, and thank you for your time.
Great job, ladies.
Thank you, Wayne, Sarah, and Allie. I know it's hard to come up, but everyone likes to hear from the students. That's what we like to hear from, so I appreciate you coming in and talking to us. We've been very fortunate to have a tremendous amount of support from our local Currituck, Lower Currituck, and Crawford County Fire EMS agencies. In September, Lower Currituck and Crawford County, or Township, Fire EMT donated 20 full sets of turnout gear, including the air and breathing apparatus that goes with that for our students to use and practice with. And here to share more about the classroom involvement and donation is Mr. Ray Azari, Currituck County Fire Training Recruitment Officer, and Mr. Chris Pope, Assistant Chief of Crawford County Fire.
I'm Justin. Good evening, Board. It's a pleasure to be here with you. Thanks for entertaining us for a little bit. Mr. Monroe mentioned it. It is inspiring to see the young people getting into that course. I too have retired from one career and gone to another, so I'm still 28 years in the service, and I would switch places with you right now. I truly would. It's that much fun. It's that rewarding. But back to the donation, Lower Currituck and Crawford Township Fire Departments donated gear, if you were to buy new today, is in excess of $100,000. Wow. Each breathing apparatus, middle of the road, not top of the line, is about $3,500. Each set of turnout gear, middle of the road, about $2,000. So to have 20, 25 pieces of equipment per student in a full ensemble is huge, very huge. So that program couldn't help it or couldn't work without their donation, and I would like to recognize that publicly. It's a great thing. Also, from Currituck County Fire EMS, we are dedicated to assisting any way we can with that course. A lot of us enjoy that career, and we like to interact with the students, and anything that we can do to help out, including Mr. Turner. We'll fill in for you, buddy. Don't call me often, but you can call me. Right? I got other stuff, but we'd love to help out, and that's kind of our charge. Our chief has made it no secret that we are there to support that program 100%, and that's what we're going to do. So thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
I would also like to thank Ray, as well as Lower Currituck and Crawford Township, for their generous donation. I've watched those students enjoy that equipment and use it every day that I go in and watch, so I really appreciate it. Thank you. At this time, we can answer any questions. If there are questions,
I have one question. What is turnout gear?
Turnout. What I'm gonna do is go to the professional on this.
Okay.
Turnout gear is just a name. Another nickname is bunker gear. We wear it to go into fires. It is our fire protection. There's a pair of pants. There's a jacket, suspenders, gloves. They donated all that, and then they gave us some SCBA breathing apparatus, which enables us to go in and be able to breathe while we're doing our job. So, but the kids are wearing it, they're loving it. We're doing some search and rescue this week, or practicing it, and they're having a ball with it. I mean, on one day during Spirit Week, we had a character day, and I had 7 or 8 kids just wear turnout gear around the school all day. I tried to get them to wear their tennis shoes with it because it'd be more comfortable. They were determined they were going to do it. And 5th period, when they came in, their feet were killing them, but they love it. But that's what the turnout gear is.
Once this program is fully implemented, what type of certification or licensures will they come out with?
With the EMT portion, once they complete the EMT 1 and 2, they then have the opportunity to take the EMT basic exam. With the Fire 1 and 2, they have the basic fire certification in addition to the Fire Academy. Is one thing that we'll have to work out with our local to get the Junior Fire Academy to help us get that experience with the students. But they do have the opportunity to be dual certified once they finish both courses.
Okay. Somebody down here.
I was just going to say there is a Christmas tree in Currituck County, and if you can't find out the information, I'll see what I can do.
They sent it to me. I got kids that want to walk in it.
Wayne will be excited.
December 2nd.
December 2nd.
Okay, good. You guys know.
I just want to thank you for your generous donation. And
Absolutely.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
And their support. Also, in their classroom support, there's someone in that classroom 1 to 2 to 3 times a week, professionals in the field coming down, helping the students understand about the profession. So it's been wonderful.
Thanks a lot.
Anything else from any of the board members?
I'm just going to say I'm so glad we were able to partner with the county and work to get this program started. I mean, it's something we talked about when I first came on the board, and it's just turned out great. And it's great to see kids who are actually in it and enjoying it, and staff that's doing it. It's great. And Ray, if you want to say your last name for everybody before you leave here, everybody else was afraid of it, but
It's got a lot of vowels and consonants. I get it. It's Irizarry is my last name. All the letters are silent. It's pronounced Jones.
Okay, gotcha. All right, Ray Jones. Nice to meet you.
Well, Sarah, Allie, Wayne, Ray, Chris, thank you very much, and please express our ultimate appreciation for the donation from Crawford and Lower Currituck fire departments and EMT. So, anything else? Thank you once again. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, next, approved field trip request. Superintendent Stefanik.
Yes, Dr. Dobney and board members, we have 3 field trips that were approved. 2 of them begin tomorrow, and I want to recognize those 2 because, all 3 of them, I guess, but the first 2 in the music area, we've had students in orchestra compete in competitions to qualify for the state honors orchestra, and we've had students that have qualified for that, and so the honors orchestra is practicing and performing this weekend. So they'll be involved in that from November 4th through November 6th. Same thing for chorus. There is a competition to select chorus members for the state honors chorus, and we've had students at the middle school level qualify for that. And so the middle school honors chorus will be taking place this weekend as well in Winston-Salem. Both things are in Winston-Salem. And then we've had some students apply for a welding competition in Jacksonville, Florida, and we had 1 student from Currituck High School qualify for that, and that'll be happening in February 24th through 26th down in Jacksonville, Florida. So congratulations to all those students, and I believe, Don, is there a scholarship at stake for the one down in Jacksonville, Florida?
There is. The first place winner earns a free ride to that.
The welding school. So our student has a chance to possibly get a full ride scholarship to his next phase of education in the area of welding.
Awesome.
So those are the ones that you approved?
Yes.
Okay. Jacksonville, Florida in February. They need any more chaperones?
I'll go.
Okay, next item on the agenda, revised 2016-17 Currituck County Schools calendar. Superintendent Stefanik.
Thank you, Dr. Dobney, members of the board. If the board possibly has noticed and the community has noticed, we've had a little bit of rain this fall with the 2 storms coming through, and we've missed a grand total of 6 days of school. We have many classes that are semester-long classes, and so our first semester right now is very short in hours of class time, and so we need to address that with some calendar revisions. And so as we explained in the work session, as we looked at the rest of the first semester, which goes from now until about the middle of January, the best days that we have to recommend to the board for makeups would be the first 2 days of Christmas break, which would be December 19th and 20th, and then the work day right at the end of the first semester, and I don't have the date of that right with me, 24th of January. And those would be 3 days to make up for the days we missed for Hurricane Matthew.
Okay. Thank you. Board have any other questions or comments on the makeup calendar?
Well, we talked about a little bit during the work session about the fact, and I don't know if Mr. Stefanik wants to add to that, but we were hoping that the state would alleviate some of the requirements. That doesn't, of course, help the kids out so much with missing those days, but it doesn't appear that that's going to happen, or at least in time for the end of the semester to finish.
Correct.
So that's why we have to move on it now rather than waiting, because it could end up hurting us in the long run if we don't make it up.
Anyone else? Okay, do I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
I have a motion. Do I have a second? Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion passes. Okay, next. Dates for the interviews for the vacant Crawford Township seat. So get out your calendars and that. I will be gone November 16th through the 20th. That leaves, what, 14th, 15th, which is a Monday, Tuesday, or anytime that next week?
I'm available the 15th.
I make the motion that we have it on the 15th, that Tuesday.
And
I
you-
have that availability.
You can do it during the day, Darnell?
I can work on it. Yeah, I'm sure I can.
Okay. And I anticipate, these interviews will last only about 20 minutes, and we'll do all 6, and I guess we'll do a random draw before we notify the people to see who will go first, second, third, and so on.
I know you've said this before, but I guess we need to say again that they are going to be public, open to the public.
Right.
Correct.
Right. And that's by state law.
Right.
We have to do that. Okay, Karen made a motion to hold them during the day on the 15th. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, they will be on the 15th. Now, time of day to start it,
I would say first thing, that maybe 9 o'clock that morning.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock would be good.
I would think so. That's fine.
That's fine with me.
Yeah,
I mean,
that-
I
That's
think
fine
the
with me.
thing is that if they're going to have to be available, I mean, if you're selected as a board member, you do have to be available at different times of the day and during the week, not just on a school board night. So I would think that, with sufficient notice, I think we need to do it fairly quickly so that they have the opportunity to make arrangements with their jobs. I'm good with 9 o'clock.
Yeah,
15th at 9 o'clock.
a.m. be fine with me.
Okay. Do I have a motion that we start them at 9?
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion passes. So we'll do the interviews 15th at 9 o'clock, and since it's open to the public, we need to make sure we have enough room to accommodate. What's that room that we meet in closed session sometimes in the Professional Learning Center? What's that called?
The computer lab.
But
Computer
do they
lab
use
at
that?
PLC.
And
During the day, do they use
not
it?
use it?
Currently, we're using it, but we should have the other classroom renovations finished by then. So then the room should be available.
That's a pretty, yeah. That's a good.
Okay. Then we can have the other candidates, if they get there early, just meet out in the, PLC. We need to make sure that we give a good description on how you get to this place. Okay, oh, by the way, we did have 6 people apply that we're going to interview. Charlotte Martin, Janet Rose, James Mims, Joshua Bass, Carolyn Eros, and Mary Schwarga. So those are the 6 that we will be interviewing for the open seat. Okay, next item, consent agenda. Do I have a motion for approval?
So
So
moved.
moved.
Okay, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion passes. Next item, public comment session. Have one person signed up. And it's difficult to read the last name, but I think it's Mike Reardon. Is Mike Reardon? I guess he left. Okay. So we'll end the public comment session. Information items. Next work session will be December 1st at the Professional Learning Center at J.P. Knapp Early College at 4 o'clock. Next Board of Ed meeting, December 1st at the historic Currituck Courthouse right here, 6:30. And on November 10th, there will be a dedication by the Board of Education and the CTE program of the fire truck. We have an old vintage fire truck, and we're going to do that in memory of Jackie Simmons. And I guess this truck has a siren that they play after each touchdown, and he was very instrumental in making sure that we got the title to this truck and kept after it and
For sure.
finally did it. And that game will be at 7:30, and it's Currituck Knights versus Edenton. We'll do the dedication at the beginning of the meeting.
Beginning of the game.
Beginning of the game, excuse me. Next, board member comments. We'll start with Ms. Etheridge.
Well, I can't believe it's November 3rd already. The year has flown by. Tonight, the Lady Knights, they are in the final championship game, Final Four. So I wish them the best. I hope they win tonight. Homecoming was last Friday. I was able to attend that, and great turnout. We had a lot of people there, a lot of fun. I mean, just the spirit that we have with the Currituck County students is awesome. They come out and they support their team, whether they're winning or losing. They're supporting them, and we should have had a better outcome, but that's okay. We had a good time. I also was able to visit Central Elementary School on Monday for their Halloween costume parade, and it was great seeing the teachers, the staff, the children dressed up, enjoying the festivities. And if you haven't been to some of our elementary schools and seen all of our children just enjoying everything at the local elementary levels, please try to go out and participate in some of those festivities. With Thanksgiving right around the corner, I can't believe I'm saying that, but it's going to be here soon. I wish everyone a wonderful Thanksgiving. Enjoy your time with your loved ones, family, friends. Life is short, so enjoy that time sitting around the table telling the old stories that you've told 100 times before and laughing like you've never heard it before. And tell them that you love them and you care about them. Because tomorrow is not promised for any of us. So enjoy Thanksgiving. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Kraft?
Yes, good job on keeping up with Mr. Simmons's football stuff. And I'll just say that his famous quote was, "If you see the lights on, stop by."
That's right.
But next Thursday night, I know that he's going to be with us in spirit. So if you have a chance and the lights are on, come by on Thursday night to help us celebrate the fire truck. I went to all 10 of our schools this month. I was also able to visit Moyock Middle School's chorus and band concert. And then Kim Mahini, kudos to her. She and her science club sponsored the Full Steam Ahead event last Saturday where they had pumpkin chunkin', and the students were involved in showing elementary and younger students how to make different science activities, and it was just great fun. I had a great time while I was there. And happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving.
Got ready to say Christmas.
Yeah,
well.
Don't hurry it too much.
Don't speed it up.
Ms. Gaddis?
Okay, I done quite a few things this month, but I went to the vocational high school, the regional vocational high school that we're looking into. I went to the meeting for that. It was great to see our surrounding counties, along with one of our state Board of Education members, come down to talk about what our options are, what we're looking at, where it's been done, what our challenges may be, et cetera. But everybody seems on board. Everybody's very excited. So we are moving forward with some action plans, and it's very exciting. Knott's Island had its Red Ribbon Week. I got to stop by on the morning of the vocabulary parade, which is where the kids get to all dress up as a vocabulary word. It was cute as can be watching them run around and in their words. Can't even describe to you what it looked like, but it was interesting for sure. Homecoming, I was at homecoming with everybody else, and I was in the concession stand with Miss Etheridge, and it was a blast. Mr. Stefanik was in there too. I'm sorry, I was his relief. I forgot. But to see our students from that perspective was new for me. My child's not old enough to be a concession stand parent yet, so that was my first opportunity. And to see our kids, our kids go all out. They are face painted and glitter and hair. It was just amazing. And they are having a great time. Last night went to the Moyock Middle and Currituck Middle football game where our two middle schools played each other. That was a tough decision for me, deciding who to root for. Split my time between each sideline because you don't know who to choose when you ain't got one on the team. So there was an interception one time. There was a lot of turmoil for me. It was really difficult, but it was a good time to see everybody out there too. Went to the volleyball game. I really hope our girls are doing good now in the game they're playing. Of course, we're not getting updates because we're sitting up here, but I'm wishing them luck. And congratulations to all of the teachers, teacher assistants, and the principals that were recognized tonight, along with every other one that wasn't recognized tonight. We appreciate everything all of them do for our county and everything they do for our kids. So other than that, happy Thanksgiving. I think I got everything.
Okay. I, too, attended the regional VOTEC meeting that we organized here in Currituck, and hopefully something will come from it because Becky Taylor, our regional Board of Education member, attended the meeting also, and she absolutely agreed with everything that we talked about and is going to see if we can make the same presentation before the State Board of Education. I also attended the Currituck County Middle School and Moyock Middle School football game last night. And before the game, I ate some barbecue and fried chicken as a fundraiser for the Moyock Middle School, Currituck Middle School chorus. Let's see. Oh, one major thing, don't forget to vote next Tuesday if you haven't already. And I wish everybody a safe, happy, healthy holiday season at Thanksgiving. And with that, do I have a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.